Прошу вас.
I mean, okay, I shouldn't laugh at this. This is disgustingly racist, actually. That, like, people can cut a line because of historical guilt, and you should... yeah.
See? Did you see how, like...
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
This...
White genocide. This is what white genocide looks like.
Hello, and welcome everyone to the Emancipated Citizen YouTube channel. My name is Zac Alrayyis, and I'm excited to present to you today something that I've been working on for quite a while since I started diving into the world of bizarre Kremlin propaganda. A series of 4 videos, each showcasing and analyzing one propaganda video from the Putin regime. Much of this I hope you'll find comical and entertaining, although it's also worth noting that we will be dealing with some heavy topics at times, including National Socialist symbolism, racism, sexual assault, and domestic violence, among other topics. So do click away now if you feel like that's something that might be a bit too difficult for you to handle right now. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy the video.
So we have one more video?
Yeah. And it's also pretty fresh video.
Oh. So that means that that they probably, evolved past all of the racism and homophobia that we saw in the past videos and
No, I mean the first one video was made in like last year, so. And that one I can't name the exact year, but it was made after the beginning of the war. That's what I can say.
Пассажиры, наш самолет набрал необходимую высоту. Надеемся, что полет с нашей авиакомпанией доставит вам удовольствие.
Ну, наконец-то. Улетаем. Как я давно хотел это сделать.
Даст Бог, долетим нормально. Так жалко. Родина все-таки.
So,
В Америку летите?
are you flying to America? Hey, guys, you're in the same plane. What kind of question is this? Like,
No, we're going to Siberia.
Да, переезжаем. А вы оттуда?
Да. Вы все правильно делаете. Америка самая свободная страна. Страна возможностей.
yeah, so this is an American, apparently, flying from Russia. And, so she's like, you're doing the right thing. America is the freest country. And by the way, speaking in 100% fluent Russian.
А вы с мужем летите?
Да, мы вместе. Он сейчас подойдет. О, кстати, а вот и мой муж. Знакомьтесь. Эмили.
Her husband is named Amelia. Which, again, I mean, if you want to be a husband and be called Amelia, who am I to judge you? But it seems like a deliberate confusion of gender categories here.
I would say, like when in preview video, last video.
Yeah, like with the previous video, who's the man and who's the woman kind of shit.
Yeah, like the opposite like one of partner is father and one of the partner should be mother. One of the person in marriage is a wife. So another should be a husband.
Простите, мистер. Пассажиры позади вас вегетарианцы. Им неприятно, что при них употребляют мясо.
Мы же их не заставляем это.
Простите, но в США принято придерживаться принципа демократии.
The vegetarians behind him apparently Yeah, they're offended that he's eating the food that's provided by the airline, and the airline is saying their side of no, you shouldn't eat them. So it's like, okay, look here.
You brought it to me.
Yeah, you're in like this capitalist system that serves meat everywhere and all the time, and like it's not like America is known for being super vegan, huh? They have the second highest meat production in the whole world. And yeah, I mean, the meat industry is booming. You can get meat everywhere, and yeah, under the principles of those private business stuff, you want to have a vegan restaurant, even a vegan airline or whatever, where people don't eat meat. Yeah, you're allowed
you
to
don't
do
provide
that.
it.
But like, what the fuck is this here? And then you justify it by saying it's customary in the United States to respect democratic principles. I mean, I think it's kind of clear where this is going in terms of
Absolute misunderstanding of what democracy is.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just a misunderstanding; it's a deliberate misrepresentation of what democracy is. Like presenting it in the most ridiculous way possible. Of yeah, sure, pluralism, respecting the choices of other people, and all of that. But you know, if you agree with democracy, then you have to let every principle and decision that other people have kind of affect your own decisions, and yeah, it's all pretty bizarre.
Парень, тут очередь в туалет.
What do you want?
В очередь, говорю, встань в туалет.
I want to go to the toilet.
Простите, мистер, что случилось?
Да вот парень без очереди лезет тут.
И что? Вы не хотите его пропустить?
Я?
Конечно. Конечно. Его...
Yeah, black person doesn't speak Russian at all. And now to...
Which is actually, I mean, it's very curious considering this guy that's also in the plane, the stewardess, okay, she speaks Russian, understandable. The American girl and her husband also speak fluent Russian. Everybody in this video speaks fluent Russian, except the black guy. It's like, yeah, you know, Russian is the language of civilized white people.
Надо пропустить. Мы подождем. Его народ долгие годы терпел притеснение белых. Мы перед всеми афроамериканцами в долгу. Простите нас, сэр.
Прошу вас.
I mean, okay, I shouldn't laugh at this. This is disgustingly racist, actually. That black people can cut in line because of historical guilt, and you should.
And see? Did you see how like?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
This.
White genocide. This is what white genocide looks like.
White lives matter.
I mean, I don't think even Republicans in the United States, as openly racist as they are, would ever. Okay, maybe because their racism is directed to other racial groups at this point, more than black people. But still, I mean, how can anybody like this is insane.
And also like the content creators making a joke about like, oh, his nation was oppressed. Yes,
Black people were oppressed for a long time, and
like on extreme level.
letting them go in the bathroom first is not something that's gonna solve that, and it's it's almost an insult. In that way.
Like
It's like, oh, your ancestors were enslaved for hundreds of years. Here's a lollipop. Now everything's good. So that's, I mean.
No, here it's like you can go through all boundaries because you're just black, so you're privileged, actually.
That's not how it works. I mean, obviously, but like there are very complex conversations that we can have about fixing historical mistakes and
I think we should go to it later.
Yeah, this is not being addressed in a good faith way here.
Простите, мистер, вы не могли бы пересесть в носовую часть самолета?
В смысле, я один?
Нет, вы все трое.
Зачем?
Там сзади пара, они child-free.
Картошку фри, что ли, едят?
Нет, child-free – это когда люди осознанно не хотят иметь детей.
А мы при чем?
Дело в том, что ваш сын попадает в поле их зрения, и это вызывает у них дискомфорт.
Uncomfortable to see children.
You know, I am child-free, and my life would be so horrible if I would feel discomfort every time when I see a child.
Yeah, it's like 13-year-old is not a crying baby or something that can bother anybody. It's like, guys, come on, just don't look at him. What the fuck is this?
I think I would like to add to it that propaganda of child-free is forbidden in Russia now. It was this law was made like a couple months ago.
Like antinatalism?
Just not having children or openly speaking about bad experience with having children.
Well, wow.
I mean, there is still
that's not even just about like antinatalist philosophy or anything. It's about like people are leaving Russia and nobody wants to be in Russia nowadays, right? So need to make more people.
I want to point that in 2024 in Russia was the lowest fertility level through the whole Russian Federation history. Not Russian Federation. Strange, why? But and
obviously living conditions are pretty bad, right? But yeah,
and all these efforts that government tries to do, everything is going wrong. Like they're trying to forbid abortion. They like paying extra money to pregnant schoolgirls. Like, hey, we'll pay you extra 1,000 euro for being pregnant at 16.
Yeah, and
forbidden child-free propaganda, and as with LGBT, you don't know what exactly propaganda is.
Yes, there's something reminiscent in that with the Berlin Wall and the the active efforts of preventing people from escaping the republic or just turning the nation into a prison because they don't want workers to go to the West, and there's a similar thing kind of happening here, right? So I guess this goes to the main question, to the main theme of this video here, where it's like they're using all of those scare tactics about black people scary, vegetarians scary, gay people scary, child-free people scary. The core message that they seem to be trying to get across with all of those elements is that you should stay in Russia and keep feeding the war machine, right?
But borders are still open, and we're all surprised. I mean, me and my friends in Russia are like, wow, still open.
Well, yeah, I mean, before they built the Berlin Wall, there's a very famous quote from Erich Honecker, I believe, the general secretary in the Democratic German Republic, that nobody has the intention of building a wall.
Bildung einer freien Stadt Ihrer Meinung nach, dass die Staatsgrenze am Brandenburger Tor errichtet wird, und sind Sie entschlossen, dieser Tatsache mit allen Konsequenzen Rechnung zu tragen?
Ich verstehe Ihre Frage so, dass es Menschen in Westdeutschland gibt, die wünschen, dass wir die Bauarbeiter der Hauptstadt der DDR mobilisieren, um eine Mauer aufzurichten, ja? Mir ist nicht bekannt, dass solche Absicht besteht, dass sich die Bauarbeiter in der Hauptstadt hauptsächlich mit Wohnungsbau beschäftigen und ihre Arbeitskraft dafür voll ausgenutzt wird, voll eingesetzt wird. Niemand hat die Absicht, eine Mauer zu errichten.
And shortly afterwards, of course, the wall was built, and it makes sense. Look, you can't let people know about this kind of thing in advance because everybody's gonna leave. So
I'm sorry, I just want to say that it's common in Russia so much that people this politician say that they will never do it. They will do it, we should prepare. Literally, and it always works.
Yeah.
One politician said there will be no mobilization, and 1 month later, 1 month, there was a huge mobilization, and a lot of people were made to go to the war. And that's so fucked up.
Так нельзя! Вы разобьетесь!
Не боись! Мы плавать умеем! Скажи летчикам, что еще пониже надо опуститься! Прости, матушка Россия! Бес попутал! Мы возвращаемся!
Yeah. They don't like that everyone made them to be comfortable for them, and now they asking pilot to have plane a bit lower.
Yeah. So it's
and affecting
you
all
don't
people
you don't change your behavior to accommodate anybody else, but if you want something, the whole plane needs to change their trajectory so that you can get what you want. And I guess that kind of encapsulates the mentality of these kinds of people, right? Everybody else has to change every aspect of their lives for my comfort, but I'm not gonna change the tiniest thing for anybody else's comfort.
Oh yeah, about the last word. Sorry, Mother Russia.
Mm-hmm.
You betraying your country if you're gonna move. You're gonna leave her.
Yeah, it's like a very very strange kind of guilt tactic that I mean historically has been shown to be kind of a hallmark of autocratic regimes that really don't have the interests of their people in mind, because it's obviously better for them to be somewhere else, but they're basically prisoners in their country. And I think also like to speak about the about the relationship with history that different conservatives have, and the disgustingly racist portrayal that they included of relationships between black and white people in the United States. It would seem that in a lot of autocracies, and in this specific example in Russia, there's a very dysfunctional relationship with history and past mistakes and misgivings and things that might be done better in the future, but just aren't, because a lot of people aren't willing to openly talk about problems that exist in the past. Is that something you can speak to from your perspective of Russian history?
I guess the most interesting example would be people who at the same time love Stalin and Nikolai II, the last emperor of Russia. You see the conflict here?
Yes.
But yes.
Yes, I mean, Nikolai II was obviously a monarchist, an absolute monarchist, and
and he was executed, and all
God's
his
grace,
family
and-
was executed during the revolution, and Stalin participated in revolution. So
but they're both like strong men, right?
no.
okay.
Stalin is a strong man with like
Nikolai was kind of weak, but yeah.
iron hand. But Nikolai II, he believes in God and love his family, and he didn't want all this blood because of revolution. So like, they support Stalin, who made also his blood through the revolution. And they support Nikolai II, who like wanted the best to the country. And they see no conflict between these ideas. And in general, right now,
it's a sort of historical illiteracy that I kind of notice. Of, you have Putin and his oligarchs, talking in very positive terms about people like Stalin, and like in very much nationalist terms. When wasn't Stalin a communist? Okay, actually, in a way, he wasn't really a communist, but Lenin was a communist. Khrushchev was a communist, right? Yeah, and speaking about Khrushchev a little bit, he also like kind of had a legacy of trying to clear up some of the misgivings about the Stalin era, right? Which
and he's anti-hero now in Russia. He's anti-hero.
He's an anti-hero, yeah.
Yeah, and also Gorbachev.
Just like Gorbachev, yeah.
Yeah. Also, just one.
Well, what about Lenin?
His dead body is still in the middle of the capital,
right?
so.
But I mean, Lenin was a revolutionary. He was a revolutionary. He was like, he had communist ideals, even if he didn't. He wasn't completely consequential in the democratic kind of application of many of those ideas. But he was first and foremost, as I see it, a communist ideologue who was willing to do anything to keep his group in power, whereas Stalin was, was really closer to the fascist tradition of national identity and that kind of thing. Is there anything else you have to add on Russian history here and the relationship to?
Shortly, 2 points. First of all, I search in my mind, and there is no actually conversations about Lenin. Like, he is not as glamorized as Nikolai II and Stalin.
Interesting.
Like, he is part of the history, just part of the history.
But he's kind of inconvenient, right? Because, like, he's a revolutionary. He was like about like end the war, all the power to the workers' unions, which it didn't end up like, it kind of ended up as an autocracy because of many different political factors. But his vision there, it was revolutionary for sure, and I would even say democratic, even though his ultimate application was certainly not. Do you think that the lack of discussion about Lenin is kind of a consequence of not wanting to get too close to kind of revolutionary sentiment and socialism and that kind of thing?
No, I would say that Stalin was glamorized on the extreme level, so he stopped being just part of the history. So it's not like about disappearing of the Lenin, it's like about glamorizing Stalin. And the short second point that I wanted to add, when I worked in publishing house, when we wanted to buy a book for translation, firstly, we asked people to make like short review, and in review they should write about all like dangerous places. Mostly it was about LGBT, about drugs, like all these complicated things. And then they started also noticing, like pointing criticism of Stalin, because it also started to be a problem. So
you're not allowed to criticize Stalin.
Officially, there is no law about it. But technically, yeah, censor on the books,
the censors do, yeah.
Censor on some movies. Yeah, you can't criticize Stalin.
Oh. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I guess in summary of those videos, we're shown a very distorted kind of view of history in general and people's relationships with history, most specifically kind of relating to racial minorities and what racial justice actually means in this line of thought. Also the concept of democratic values and valuing plurality is comically and ridiculously distorted in a way that is supposed to influence people to view those concepts negatively, right? The most prominent fear tactics that are used are gay people scary, black people scary, vegetarians, whatever.
Vegetarians and child-free on the
That's kind of a
But
minorities in general equals scary. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting that the first one is only about gay people and a bit BDSM.
A little bit BDSM, yeah,
but
like in comparison to some of the other videos, like just having as broad a spectrum as possible and defending as many groups as possible. So it's like, yeah, maybe the first video is kind of tame by comparison. Oh, it might actually be pretty offensive to Nazis.
Oh yeah, when you can offend right and left at the same time. Wow.
I mean, how dare you? You think this is what we stand for?
Yeah, for black dildo.
Yeah.
And anal punishment.
All right, guys. I think this was a lot of fun. It was a really fun conversation having with you, Marta. Here, thank you so much for coming on the channel, and I very much look forward to having you on again very soon and talk about this topic, related topics, in more detail, and talk about democracy and advocacy for democracy. Protecting democracy where it still stands and fighting for it where we still have hope of a flourishing democratic culture. So Marta, thank you so much. Would you have any final words, and would you like to maybe point people to your pages and your work, both the aesthetic artistic work, and also maybe some of the things that you have wrote on maybe similar topics, even if it is in Russian. Maybe perhaps some people would be interested in that.
Thank you for your attention. Thank you for this ability to speak about this, because I wanted to share this with someone, and your first pure reaction, I enjoyed it so much. I really love it, and I had I'm so happy to do it.
I mean, you showed me the first video that we presented here. It was like one of the most bizarre things that I have seen in my life, and I have to do something about it. I have to kind of show it to other people as well. There,
I have more. Yeah.
let us know. I mean, we don't actually plan on it, but maybe if there's special demand for it, maybe we'll find some more content like this and kind of watch it and respond to it and all of that.
I will a bit promote myself. I am a model and poet and mostly that. I also make performances, and one day I will post something again on my YouTube channel. I even have videos to post. I just don't do it, but I will. So maybe you want to check my Instagram or YouTube or Telegram channel, but Telegram channel in Russian, so if you want.
All of the links are, of course, going to be included in the YouTube description and the show notes. So thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful evening. Take care of yourself, and goodbye. Oh yeah. Also like and subscribe.